Hello, this is Tomlin from TomlinHarmonicaLessons.com, and today's lesson is going to be something that I get requested quite a lot, which is playing some chugging mixed with some cool bluesy licks. So I thought I'd put together some fun licks that you can play with a really simple chugging pattern on an A harmonica played in second position in the key of E. So before I show you how to play those, I'm going to play them for you so you hear what they sound like. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to go through all of these licks quite quickly because the tab is available up on the screen, and you can also download it by clicking on the link in the description below. So if you want to go over a lick multiple times, just pause and hit rewind, because that is the magic of the video. So first things first, we need to get that rhythm, that chugging rhythm. So I'm starting on a clean 2 draw on beat 1, and then the chords are all going to be holes 1, 2, 3, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, but all on a draw. And it doesn't really matter where you draw between 1 and 4 because of the way the harmonica is tuned. Those are all going to be a nice 1 chord, basically. So the rhythm is going to be that 1, 2, 3 draw. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3 draw on beat 2, and then I'm playing on the offbeat between beat 3 and 4, and then I'm playing on the beat on beat 1 of the next bar. Now this is definitely one of those tunes that you kind of want to just get the feel for rather than trying to count it. So let's try that together. I'm going to play it really slowly. I'm not going to do any licks. I'm just going to play the rhythm, the chugging rhythm, and I'm going to play it on a loop a few times around. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, so that's the basic groove, and that's going to be the same all the way through. And it doesn't really matter what you do in between those phrases. You can play your own licks, but I have given you 5 licks that you can learn that fit in nicely with this. So your first lick is going to sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so all I was doing in the space after the chugging is a 1 draw on the offbeat between 2 and 3, then 2 blow on the offbeat between 3 and 4, and then a 2 draw on beat 4. Okay, and the key is trying to sync it up with the chugging rhythm so that you can turn it into a nice loop. So before we do that, let's just try playing that lick. So you're starting just after beat 2, so that'll be 1, 2. Okay, and then what we can do to make it a little bit easier to get back into the rhythm is we can add the 2 draw from the beginning of the chugging section. So we'll just add a 2 draw on the next beat. So it'll be 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. Now let's try and bring the chord rhythm into it and see how that's going to loop round. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just one little thought before we move on to the next lick. The most important thing to make sure is that that 1 draw doesn't land on the beat. It's got to be on the offbeat. That's super important. Okay, so lick number 2 sounds very similar to lick number 1. It sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so same rhythm as lick 1, but we're starting on a 3 draw on the offbeat, and then we're taking it down to a 3 draw whole step bend, and then a 2 draw. And then you can come back to the 2 draw at the beginning of the rhythm, but let's just try that single notes, starting just after beat 2. 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, let's try putting that in with the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right, lick number 3, gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one a little bit harder because there isn't really any room between the rhythm and the single notes. So let's get the single note phrase sorted first. So this starts on the offbeat between beat 1 and beat 2, and that's literally just after the 1, 2, 3 draw chord from the chugging ends. So you've got a series of 8th notes. That means that they last half a beat, starting from the 1 draw to the 2 blow, 2 draw, 3 draw, 2 draw, 2 draw whole step bend, 2 draw. And then I'm going to add the 2 draw from the beginning of the chugging rhythm because I think it makes it easier to play this lick, and it's really important that you know that you've got 2 draws one after the other. So that's going to be starting just after beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and now let's try that with the chord rhythm. So we'll start from that point where we just did, because I think it'll be easier to then throw the chords in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, right. Lick number 4 is going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the lick starts in a slightly more convenient place than lick number 3. Starts on beat 2 after the chugging with a 4 draw half step bend, then a 4 blow, 3 draw half step bend, 2 draw, 2 draw whole step bend. So everything before the 2 draw whole step bend is an 8th note, so it lasts half a beat. And then the 2 draw whole step bend lands on beat 4 and it lasts for a whole beat. So let's try that starting on beat 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I added in the 2 draw from the beginning of the lick. Let's try that with the rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right. One more lick. Lick number 5 sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one we've got a nice little double stop on holes 3 and 4. 3, 4 draw. So it's mainly the 3 hole with a little bit of the 4 draw bleeding into it. And I'm just bending it down a little bit. Okay, it's a kind of Little Walter-ism, and it's just landing on the beat. Beat 2, beat 3, and beat 4. Ba, ba, ba. And then we come back to the 2 draw at the beginning of the chugging rhythm. So let's just try that lick with the double stops, starting on beat 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now let's put it together with the chugging rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right. So I went through that really quickly for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that the tabs are up on screen, so you can go back over it and repeat anything as much as you need to. And also because I've put together the audio clips of each of those licks played nice and slowly, as well as the tabs for you to download by clicking on the link in the description below. So that'll make it easier for you to learn this. So that's why I went through it really quickly. Once you've learned all this stuff, I suggest that you start trying to make up your own licks. As long as you keep that rhythm going and keep it rather constant, then you've got space where you can throw in your own little licks using the blues scale and it'll sound awesome. But before you whiz away and do that and practice harmonica, you can do something for me. You can give me a little thumbs up by hitting the like button below. And if you haven't already subscribed, you can subscribe to my channel because I put out a new harmonica lesson every single Wednesday, and I wouldn't want you to miss that. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you next week.